A very good morning to the honorable judges, esteemed timekeepers, and beloved teachers. I stand before you today to tell you a story called Rumpeltstiltskin. Once upon a time, there was a poor girl named Mary who was locked in a room by a greedy king. The king wanted her to spin a huge pile of straw into gold. When she looked at the straw, she started to cry sadly. Suddenly, she heard a strange voice say, "I do not like crying." Mary was taken aback and saw an old little man with a long gray beard standing in front of her. "Who are you?" she asked. "Never mind my name," he replied. "What will you give me if I spin this gold for you?" "I will give you my necklace." So the little man took the necklace and started to spin the straw. The whirring and spinning made Mary fall asleep. When she woke up, the room was filled with spools of gold. She could not believe her eyes, and the little man was gone. When the king saw the golden thread, he became more greedy. He forced her to spin more straw, or she would never see her parents again. Mary started to weep because she could not do it again. The king told her if she could do more, she would make her his queen. Out of a sudden, the little man reappeared. "What will you give me this time? I have nothing left to give you." "Then promise me to give your first child after you have become the queen." Mary knew she was just a poor farmer's daughter. She believed she would never become the queen. Therefore, she made the promise, and the little man started to spin the straw. The next day, the king was amazed to see more gold. He was very happy and married her that very day. He did not ask her to spin any more. A year has passed. Mary brought a beautiful baby boy into the world. She had forgotten all her promise to the little man until one day the little man reappeared and claimed for the baby. Mary did not want to send her child away. She offered everything she had if only she could break her promise. She was begging and started crying. "Very well then, you know how much I hate crying. I'll return 3 days in a row. If by the end of those 3 days you can tell my name, you may keep the child." On the first and second day, Mary gave him many names, but none of them was right. Later, she sent a messenger to give her more new and strange names. Unfortunately, the messenger could not figure out any names, but he told her he saw something strange as he was passing by a small house on a high hill. "What did you see?" she asked. "I saw an old little man with a long gray beard dancing around the fire. He was singing, 'As a bird has a wing, as a fish has a fin, she will never know I am named Rumpeltstiltskin.'" Mary was overjoyed after hearing that. She thanked gratefully to the messenger and sent him away with a pouch of gold coins. Later that night, the little man reappeared. Mary was pretending at first. "Is your name Smith?" "No." "Is it Jones?" "It is not." Then slowly she said, "Rumpeltstiltskin." The little man was shocked and screamed, "How could you know my name? Who could have told you?" Out of a sudden, Rumpeltstiltskin disappeared. Well, friends, do remember that we can't simply make a promise to anyone if you're not sure about it. Thank you.